I have nothing against cats. If you consider yourself a cat person, I love all animals. I truly do. I just don't have a cat myself as a pet, so I don't need something living in my house that's independent, doesn't care whether I live or die. So I'm already married. Some of you laugh like you know her. My dog can fart you awake. I mean, wake you up from a sound sleep in another room with the door shut. No kidding, my wife and I will be sleeping and be like this, just. Honey, get down, get low, stay close to the floor, dog farted. No, get down, baby, it's too late for me, save yourself. When you hear that, the smoke alarm's going off. It's a bad one. You ever notice that when dogs fart, there's rarely any sound, just the air gets thicker and people start dropping? And I know why there's no warning sound. This is scientific. It's because they don't have cheeks. Am I going to need a blackboard for this? See, the reason that we make the big sound... I was wetter than I meant. The reason that we make the big sound is we have the sounding board jiggling together. Now, some of us barely have any at all. Shoot, I've never had an ass. When I was little, I had to spank the neighbor's boy. But we have the sounding board nonetheless, whereas the dog just has kind of a flat place with a hole. Need a second to imagine that? The only time they make a sound is if they're clenched up really tight, like if they're tense. Then they get sort of a whistle out of it, which will startle the dog if you ever see this. I mean, it's so cool. You're sitting around the living room, the dog's laying there, and you hear this little shh, and they get up and go. It's like they're looking to see where the sound came from. It's like they're thinking, I was licking it a minute ago. Now it's whistling at me. This song was inspired by a woman using a payphone outside of a club where I was working. She had on blue jeans nobody ever intended her to wear. And I'm not saying she looked bad. Hell no, she looked good. It's just that her jeans were being stressed far beyond the point that they were manufactured to safely handle. And I walked by her and I thought, there's a song in there. Shoot, there could have been an opera in there. Here we go. Sergio Valenti and Calvin Klein. They ain't ready for the gal of mine. They may be designers, but they haven't designed jeans to fit my Valentine. What I'm saying is true. I don't intend to be mean. She got too much butt for one pair of jeans. Too much butt. Too much butt. Too much butt. Too much butt. I've had a whole lot of things, but I'll tell you what, I ain't never had too much butt. The gun's too big, it don't fit in the holster. She don't buy jeans, she gets reupholstered. It's a maker of denim, custom cut, sewed with care to fit that butt. If her zipper could talk, you know it would scream. Too much butt for one pair of jeans. Too much butt. Too much butt. Too much butt. Too much butt. I've had a whole lot of things, but I'll tell you what, I ain't never had too much butt. When we go fishing, I don't need a boat with a butt like that. You ought to see her float. I can ride along, sit up on her shoulders. She's got her own rod holders. What I'm saying is true. I don't intend to be mean. She got too much butt for one pair of jeans. Too much butt. I said, clinch up, darling. We're trolling. Too much butt. I've had a whole lot of things, but I'll tell you what, I ain't never had too much butt. When she bends over, she blocks out the sun. She's at least 2, but my only one. On a 1 to 10, she is my 20. I couldn't want more, cause she's got plenty. I know what I like, and I like what I see. And she got too much butt for one pair of jeans. If her zipper could talk, you know it would scream. Too much butt for one pair of jeans. Now they make women's clothes for the long and the lean. She got too much butt for, too much butt for, too much butt for one pair of jeans. Y'all have been lovely. God bless you.